Welcome to the Tone Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle McIntyre.
Kyle McIntyre.
And I'm Brian Gower.
Kyle Brackishwater.
It's brackish. Nah, bro, it's brackish.
It's a nice. That was a nice practice run.
No, that's good. Let's
We're
do
gonna
it.
use it?
Yeah, no, you're probably gonna use it.
Yeah. And then we got Johnny Ray in the building.
Hello, kind folks.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't think it's been since
Oh God.
like NAMM, I think. Been a while.
Yeah, since NAMM.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing, actually. You know,
Because I'm an asshole. You guys only can do so
that's
much
why
of
we're
me.
all on this side of the table.
Yeah.
How's it going, Johnny?
Good. Navigating this whole social thing we got going on.
Yeah. It's a trip. But
It's a trip,
it's a trip, man. It's wild.
It's like it's not wild at all. It's
No.
like, oh, just do nothing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta do. I guess I gotta do
Yeah.
it. You know?
All right, let's get
How's
into
it be? You told me to do it.
Let's get into what's
yeah.
news. Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What is grooving? What is good?
Oh, well,
You look at your paper, you have nothing written down.
yeah.
You're like,
I social
shit.
distance the things on my paper too.
There you go. All the words. So I
Yeah.
put very few words and spaced apart.
So I'm still working on that telly, but I bought something that I kind of moved away from my usual straps that I usually get. So
Usually only get like Ernie balls, pretty much.
yeah, so I only get Ernie balls, and then it was kind of crazy. I got the Ernie ball jacquard. I was like, "Whoa, calm down, Kyle, slow down.
Whoa, jacquard.
What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So I got a couch strap.
Mm-hmm.
I got it with I got the black and gold strap that that they make. It's a vinyl strap. It's pretty cool. And it's actually really long.
I like their
They make some good stuff. I
designs are really cool. I think I've always seen them and I'm like, oh, it'd be really cool to get one.
Yeah, so it's black and gold. It's got like the gold stripe in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like gold
Gold
lame.
flake.
Gold lame almost.
Lame? I don't know what lame is.
It's I don't know. Dancers have it on their costumes or something.
Cool.
I don't know.
So
no
you're
idea
saying I
what
have to get
saying.
a unit? Was it the unitard or whatever they call it, the leotard?
Yeah. No, I think it's some sort of like
Singlet.
plasticky kind of material.
A singlet.
A singlet, yeah.
Wrestle.
You're gonna
Like a
wear a
wrestler.
singlet while you play that?
Yeah,
High and
that's
tight.
the show, man.
Or you just pull them all the way up.
I can scream higher than the telly. He's wailing. He's not even playing his guitar. So it's cool. It's like the stripe isn't just in the middle. It's like offset, which is kind of cool.
Mhm.
It reminds me of like a 60s kind of like, I don't know, 60s or 70s, more of a 70s, like muscle car kind of look.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're kind of going for too.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, it totally fits the look of the guitar that you're doing, which is like the accents are all black and gold.
yeah, I might be going overboard, but
This is like the most matchy like look of a guitar.
yeah.
You need some gold frets now.
No,
There's stainless frets on
I
there,
know.
which is like the upgrade you want. Now pull them out and get gold.
Yeah.
So they just
Gold.
dent right away.
Brass.
actual gold, like solid gold,
Yeah.
not brass ones.
Yeah. It looks
Yeah.
good though.
Thank you. Yeah, and I did the same thing where I'm like, oh man, I probably saved so much money by building it myself. I like priced it all. I'm like, no,
No, not at all.
It's like the same story with that Seafoam Strat I did. I'm like, oh man, everything was so
saving
cheap, blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, same thing.
Because you're spacing it out by getting parts here and there,
That's what makes it cheap.
and you're like, oh man, it's not that big a
A
deal.
little bit of a dent every
Oh, yeah,
paycheck.
hey, little ding here and there, and you're like, man, this is no brainer. Why don't people do this? Oh shit! When you really,
yeah.
Yeah, like, damn, how do they keep those Mexican fenders so cheap? It's like, fuck, $400.
$400 fucking dollars.
$400 fucking
You're like,
dollars.
man, I'm cheating the system. People are dumb.
Yeah.
If they're not like me, and you look at the actual cost, fuck.
I have some parts that I paid for like towards the beginning of the month that haven't even like they don't even show that they've shipped yet. So I hate that. I fucking hate that still.
Mhm.
Where it's like even during this time where like time doesn't really matter. I guess these
Yeah.
trying times.
Right.
I'm like, dude,
It's
I
the
bought
fourth
that.
dimension.
I bought that like towards the beginning of May. It's
Yeah.
now almost the end of May.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Just like
Or what are you waiting on?
I'm waiting on strap locks.
Oh.
I bought those. I'm missing the.
Just getting normal Dunlop ones or what?
Yeah, I just got Dunlop ones and I got them gold.
Oh yeah, that makes
And
sense.
other parts, other things that like custom things that I require. I mean, those are fine. They, people that are working on them, or they had to order parts and they had to wait for shipping. I'm not worried about that, but it's like stuff that's like
You're already built and it's already in
dude,
your warehouse.
yeah.
Just ship it.
or it's like at your garage. This is your only job right now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. And there's like a jack plate on the bottom.
That
Like
you're waiting on.
yeah, it's like random shit that and other things arrive super quick. So I can't really bitch because it doesn't really matter.
Well, I can because
It's me right this
my fucking
second.
it's my fucking show.
Yeah. So like, I changed out like the brass screw or like the gold screws that came in. They came in super quick. The bridge came quick. It was here in California.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like other things are like, God damn it. Like it, I don't know. I just want to play it.
I want my strap locks and I want them now.
Yeah.
Put them on the back of the pack mule.
Yeah. Well, like they don't even show that they've shipped yet.
Would you tie it to a roach?
What do you send it over?
Yeah, I had it where it's like I bought a shirt and it took forever to like get here. And I'm like, it showed like an update on the tracking and it said like, oh, on its way to the post office. And then there's no information for a week and a half. I'm like,
wow.
I mean, which is like, whatever. It's a shirt. It's like, I don't even need it. And then I got it. I'm like, well, that's nice. And I just put it in my closet. I'm like, I'm not even going to wear it. So I'm like kind of impatient. I'm like, where is this fucking thing? It's kind of more or less. I'm like, am I going to get this?
Have you ever had it where you ordered something and it took so long that you forgot you ordered it and then it showed up and you went, oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's mail day.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
is this?
No,
I think I've had that with like stickers.
yeah. No, definitely. I think I've even had that with pedals. When I was doing like the MXR thing, I was like, oh shit, I bought that.
That's another thing. You're like, man, these are so cheap. No wonder why don't people buy like hundreds like me? And you look at the bill, like, oh fuck.
Yeah. But like, I got string trees in yesterday that also were like, they didn't say they shipped at all. So maybe it's just that, but they're still taking forever to get here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, it says awaiting shipment. That's the worst thing is like that you have the ability to check your tracking.
I think, that is like,
It's not really a big fucking issue.
No.
It's just annoying. That's like, I can see this. I can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you fucking 4 stars. If I could, I'd give you 4.5.
Man, I'm this son of a bitch. You're getting 5 stars.
Yeah,
but I'm not even gonna write words for a review.
You're just gonna, that's the kicker right there.
Yeah, you get no words from me.
Yeah, fuck.
I get the last word. What?
So yeah, Sean's working on my harness.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Wound working on the pickups. So
yeah, it's coming along. It's looking really cool.
Yeah, I got to do. I think you were saying it today. I got since I fancied out everything else, I have to do the body. I got to gloss it.
Yeah, you got to
finish it better because if you look,
it looks great, but I think it's just not shiny.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, what would you do?
The edges are darker, like they added a stain or something.
What would you do to shine it up?
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking probably do polyurethane because that would match the headstock and everything.
And that's a spray on thing?
Yeah, I do spray on.
Okay.
I wouldn't do the wipe on or the brush on stuff because it can have like bubbles and shit.
Is that easy to do? Are you?
I don't know. I haven't done it in a long time.
Actually,
last time I did clear coat, I was doing lacquer. So lacquer is a little more forgiving, I think. With
like, can you do lacquer or no?
I could.
I don't really know,
but it wouldn't be as shiny. You have to buff it. So polyurethane that comes on is like a really thick coat. Or you add a bunch of thick coats. It's really shiny. It's more durable.
Really glob it on.
Yeah. So I think because the neck is like super fucking shiny. I think we talked about it. It's like even like the burn mark on the back of the
sander
neck.
to that neck. So
there
that
you go.
And make it
level the fucking playing field.
Yeah.
Ruin this really nice guitar neck.
Oh man. Yeah, Johnny. I'll have to show it to you. It's really smooth and.
That's really cool.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Skeet.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Get your hands on it.
I'm married. No, so, okay, here's a question. I thought Telly necks and Strat necks had the same neck pocket.
I don't think so.
Because that fit in just fine.
I thought they were different. Fuck.
But that's what people said. Because I was talking to a guy on Facebook. I'm like, oh, dude, he was building a telly. He had the neck, or he has a neck of a strat neck. I'm like, dude, just do what I'm doing. I'm just because it's what on my mind. I'm like, Cabra need a body, blah blah.
Do exactly what I'm doing.
Dude, here's a picture. Just give me credit.
If you copy what I'm doing, that'll give me like confidence that I did a good job.
He had a different color neck. He had like a vintage maple. I'm like, dude, that would be cool. I'm like, these color schemes would be sick with that. Some of the color schemes I have with my other bases. So I guess he would copy me. You're right.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, it would be cool. I'm like, but then he's like, yeah, but I'd probably have a hard time finding that body with a strat neck. I'm like, mine fit in perfectly.
More?
I'm like, oh. So we'll see. But it, like the screws lined up, it fit in like no problem.
Like butter.
Yeah.
Like fucking butter.
Like,
we'll see though. Maybe there's like, oh, well, it sits at, now it's like the scale's wrong or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Huh, but no.
I don't think so. I think it's the width of the neck or something.
I think it is different. That's what I don't know.
Because I had to wedge it, but I wasn't like getting a jackhammer and or jumping on it. I just slid it right in. And then I ran the screws in and then I backed out and looked and they weren't wrong. I'm like, okay, it's on there. And I didn't punch 4 new holes in the back of the neck.
Yeah. That's what I wonder too with like the Star Casters.
Yeah. Just putting it on any other Fender thing.
Yeah, the Fender Starcaster. I think we've talked about it. It's like Kyle really likes the neck headstock of those guitars. I think they look like shit. And
but
I
really looked in the mirror lately.
Yeah, you fucking ugly ass motherfucker. And you just get
you
pissed.
Look like shit.
Yeah, put the mask back on.
Yeah, for all of us, please.
Bang, just do it.
And then I really like the body of it, and I would really. I don't know, it'd be cool to put like a Jazz Master neck or something on it. But I'm like, that makes you think, I'm like, oh, would the neck pocket even work? Damn it. God damn it. But yeah, no, it's coming along. It's pretty sweet.
Thanks. I guess what else is new? Getting back to work, super hectic actually, but I don't really want to talk about it.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Scarred.
Yeah,
you didn't have to.
Thanks for
Don't
noticing.
ask me about it.
It sucks. Okay.
I had you go from like having like 5-hour days to like 6-hour days and then 12-hour days. I'm like, fuck. I'm glad it was only one day this week where it's just like everyone died at once, or like everyone. I wish they died at once. Everyone like exploded. I don't know why I said that, but
like work was like,
oh yeah.
It was gangbusters.
Yeah, it was. It's good to like get back out there, but it's like, come on, you guys, let's all ramp into this. Not like go time. No one blew a whistle. It's like you guys could have because
the starting
San Diego
gun.
County's like opening up, and you know they're under regulation, obviously. But fucking Christ, man, I get like calls and people want machines installed that have been sitting in their building forever that they were closed. Yeah, and then it's my fault that it wasn't, like I couldn't get in your building. I could have broken some windows.
Like a cat burglar, you coming in.
Yeah,
or do like Mission Impossible style, climbing in through the fucking
dodging lasers and shit.
You go in through the air,
made a clean getaway.
The air ducts, and you're like,
you fall through, break, cause thousands of dollars worth of damage.
You just break through the drywall and everything. You're like, fuck.
But I guess
you leave your card.
Kyle, or I just write it on the wall with a Sharpie. Kyle was here.
Kyle was here.
W-U-Z. Here, H-E-A-R.
Wow. But I've been working on, it doesn't look like it, but in the next couple of days, I will have a bunch of new equipment here in the garage just for organizing my tools. And because I got rid of the wall over here for, I guess that was like stage one, just getting my guitars on the walls.
Yeah.
On the wall. And then all the tools are now homeless, basically.
Yeah.
They have cabinets, like individual cabinets. It's like ridiculous trying to find stuff. I'm like, I just need one cabinet.
Organized.
No. And it's like, one, I'm not an organized guy. And so I'll pick up a tool, I'll use it, and I'll lose it, or
but
I'm
a product of my environment. Yeah, okay, so it's not my fault.
I was drawn this way.
I was drawn this way.
So I have like a big ass cabinet coming in. I gotta pick up on Monday. But damn, the thing it's like a 27 drawer
like tool chest.
It's like a 58-inch wide.
That is big.
It's gonna be huge. And then
it's like as big as this table almost.
Yeah, it's big.
Jesus Christ.
I know. And it's got like a workstation up top. And so.
And then you got like another table too. So you got a bunch of shit for the garage.
I misjudged something. My wife was like, she's like, oh, it's your birthday coming up. Well, I'll get you the matching table with this thing. I'm like, cool. She's like, do you want the 6 foot or the 8 foot? I'm like, fucking 8 foot.
Yeah.
Well, no shit.
Duh.
Yeah. If they'd offer 20, get the 20.
What's the biggest? Yeah, I want that one.
Duh, I'm a size queen. Give me the
8 foot. So I didn't even think about it.
I'm a size queen.
We went to a pickup. So the table came in before the cabinet. I don't have the cabinet yet.
Yeah.
Went and picked it up, and I'm like, I see the guy wheeling it out. I'm like,
that is big.
That's 8 feet. That is 8 feet.
Because there's right next to you, you have a tape measure, and you could have easily just put that on.
So I actually measured for the first time today what it would look like with the cabinet and
the table.
So it's like 13 feet.
Yeah.
It's like just shy of like 13 feet.
13 feet of stuff.
So I have like a whole behind this curtain here. I have like a wooden pallet style shelving unit that is full of motorcycle parts. I gotta figure out where the fuck it's gonna go. So
now you need to buy a shed.
Well, and I'm also
I have one.
Yeah. Well, some of it's gonna be going out there.
Funny thing,
it's on wheels. So this thing comes out. That thing's on wheels. So it's not like it's the end of the world. And I have a work.
So we're good.
I also got to get rid of this work table behind me. So if anyone,
so you got some work ahead of you.
Fucking Christ!
But no, it'd be cool to get more.
It's gonna be if I can stay with it, if I can stick with it, this place will be organized as fuck.
Right now, it's like cracking some eggs to make an omelet. So there's shit everywhere. But yeah, you'll get it.
So I got a lot of work to do on the El Camino, so that'll help with freeing up some of these racks over here.
Yeah,
I have parts that are gonna go on it. And then what's gonna happen with the parts coming off? Shit, I gotta throw them away or
eBay,
sell them,
offer up.
Yeah, because they're original parts. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Not just gonna leave.
I don't think anyone's
gonna
want them though, because it's like the parts. They're parts that like, those are drum brakes.
Oh,
I don't want to put drum brakes
used
on my car. Yeah, so we'll see. But that is my what's new.
Hey, Johnny, it's been a while, but what's new in your world? What is shaking?
Yeah. Well, it's been 4 or 5 months, huh? 4 months.
Yeah, so right from the last day we saw you.
Okay.
Explain everything.
Just like I did, explain everything that's coming through your head.
At length, in detail.
Yeah.
I bought a new truck. That's kind of a big deal.
That is so sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I spoiled myself. So that's been a big, just 3 weeks ago. So
What is it?
Yeah.
It's a 2020 Tacoma.
What's its name?
It doesn't have a name yet, actually.
What's its name?
What's his name? Yeah, it's nice. It's a serious upgrade from the little jelly bean I was driving around since 2007.
Like Kia.
Yeah, Kia Rio. It's a hatchback, that car. So it was great for music gear, but
you're able to like fit an 810,
an 810,
and then the classic
head
dude, in there. I was
in a road case.
Always surprised when you did
and
that.
And 2
shit.
basses and a full size pedal board, and usually an extra bag for cables. And then if somebody didn't sit in the front seat, I could put other stuff up there too.
Yeah.
So that car was great.
Served you well.
Yeah, it was time. It's parked in front of my house. I don't know if it even runs after it's been sitting now.
It's had a long life, and you ran it every day and then just stopped. It's probably just blown up.
Right.
You're gonna look. It's just like oil. Just give up the ghost right there.
Yeah, but the new truck's nice. In fact, driving up here is the longest I've driven it in the 3 weeks I've owned it. And it's off road, so I take it wherever at this point, just about.
Dang.
I'm the one major step closer to being a stereotypical SoCal bro.
Yeah.
I just need to get a
surfboard rack.
Get a Cali burrito, extra guac, bro.
Yeah, extra sour cream, BRC, bro. Yeah. I'm glad I don't talk like that.
But no, I mean that truck's
fucking
sick,
kooks, man.
Yeah.
And
it'd be good for playing shows and stuff like that.
When that opens back up,
your cab back there a hell of a lot easier.
Oh yeah, I can throw everybody's gear back there.
Good point.
Yeah, ooh. They better not hit me up. It's a 6-foot bed, so long bed as far as Toyota is concerned.
It's funny. It's like that's a standard bed on a lot of
right. But they call it long bed. Yeah, extra.
Well, it's like
it's
a small truck. It's like a medium.
Yeah, they used to be
smaller,
small trucks. Now they're sort of more of a mid-sized.
Yeah,
because it's long. Man, I'm having trouble figuring out how to park it and where, because I was driving this zippy little ladies' car forever. This little college girls' car.
Yeah.
What color is it? What is it called? Cinnamon?
It's like a burnt orange, but I call it electric cinnamon. I need to come up with a cool new name for the color of this one, because it's like a charcoal, gunmetal kind of gray, dusky gray. I need to give it a cool name. We'll come up with it. We'll crowdsource it.
Yeah.
I should post a picture. I haven't told anybody I bought it, because when you own a truck, everybody asks you for help.
Oh yeah.
So,
hey, dude, you want to hang out?
Yeah.
Can you hang out at my house at 5 a.m.? I'm getting kicked out.
Hang out at my house. Can you help me move?
Yeah.
Not packed.
I got a refrigerator.
Nothing's packed.
You want to go refrigerator shopping with me?
Yeah.
Are we getting naked later?
Are we holding hands at least?
Yeah.
Or like, help you move or move furniture. That's exactly what I want to do on my day off.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
fun. By the way, thanks for helping me move a few months ago. That's another thing.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I mean, we're pretty cool dudes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We got a lot of your free
some
shit.
stuff too.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
I'm looking around the room, going, "Hey, I remember that
that's all my
stuff."
old stuff.
You just start taking it back. I got a truck now.
So it'll just live in the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
Just drive around
with a 9-rack guitar.
9 guitars just in the bed of the truck.
Just rotting out in the.
These are my guns instead of a gun rack.
You put your guitars on there, just always keep in the back, and when you drive, they all fall forward. None of them strapped in.
Every time you stop, you have to like prop them back up, and then every time you take off, they fall down again.
I broke 9 bases in one go.
Every stoplight I get out.
Every green light.
Yeah.
It's not even like a rigid rack where it would like you could zip tie them.
Right.
Even if you did, it would fall still.
Yeah.
I got a bass too. I think like right in the middle of moving, I joined another band.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that we put on hold. We had a couple rehearsals, and then that was it. I don't even think I learned all the songs. But I bought a bass because I wanted to use it for that band. I bought I think it's a 69, maybe it's a 70 Yeah.
Lame.
Let's just say it's a 69.
Yeah. It was made in 69.
That's right.
But sold in 1970.
Probably, yeah. It's
not a car.
It's a copy of those old Dan Armstrong Lucite clear bodies.
Oh yeah.
So it's a Univox.
Yeah.
So what is that? Was that made at the Matsumoku factory in Japan? Probably. I would guess.
Yeah. I know that stuff. I've been diving in recently.
It's short scale, which is
Weird.
bizarre. Big dudes like us in short scale are.
No.
It feels like a little dinky guitar.
Yeah,
but
you might as well just give me a ukulele.
Yeah, but it's like 50 ukuleles worth of weight. It's so heavy.
Really?
It's insanely heavy.
How does it play?
Nice. I tuned it up, and I haven't plugged it in to like I haven't played loud with it yet, but yeah, it's smooth.
I don't remember what type of like bridge hardware it has. Is it like substantial, or is it like kind of like a flimsy little?
It's like the Dan Armstrong little guy.
Yeah,
I'll take it out, take a picture.
Remember what it looks like.
Yeah, because some of those like I don't know, like 60s and 70s basses, if they weren't
like a floating bridge or something.
Yeah, I remember them like having like some
stamp
wood
metal.
Man, I can't remember. I'm so far removed from playing every day and taking gear out and working on it and having shows because it's been a couple months. But I just got my recording stuff set up in my new room, so I'm gonna start working on stuff again. I haven't bought any new pedals. Just a bit. So big thing. I moved. I got a badass truck and a 60s 69 bass.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
There's a little different flavor too, because you don't have any like of the Lucite guitars.
No.
Right? Okay, so that was kind of your first.
I did have one, but not clear lucite. Remember Ibanez in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think? They did a lucite the EDB.
I don't.
The ergonomic something design. Maybe that's
really
what
cool name.
EDB 600, and but it was a lucite body. It just wasn't. They weren't clear.
Yeah.
And active, and I didn't know what I was doing back then, and so. But I had one of those, and I used it for a good 7 or 8 years, and then I think a few years ago I finally donated it to a school.
Yeah.
But so I have experience playing plastic basses because that's basically what that is, plastic. Different.
Do you like
process.
active electronics on bass?
No.
On basses? No?
No.
Like the preamps and shit like that on it?
Yeah, well, when I stopped playing that Ibanez, I picked up a Music Man. Sterling, but not Sterling by Music Man.
It's the actual...
But a Music Man Sterling.
Way to confuse the shit out of everyone, assholes.
In like 2003, I want to say I bought that.
Mm-hmm.
And I used that for like 5 years. I don't remember. And
5 years?
Maybe I sold it after 8 years, but I used it for 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you like fuck around with the preamp at all?
Oh yeah. It's great that one of you guys had a Music Man?
I just have one.
Yeah, they track really well. They have a nice hot signal, and they get that grind going nice.
Yeah.
They're really good for recording, but I didn't like playing them
I don't remember
live.
them being super warm.
No.
They're being super punchy.
Exactly.
Yeah, real punchy, real hot. Yeah, I have some recordings with that. Man, I don't know where I could find them anymore, but we got some real good sounds out of it recording, but live was just not. It just wasn't the.
It's like you kind of want less shit on your bass to fuck with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot. I replaced my battery.
Right. Right. Yeah. I didn't even know the deal with that.
I did my strings, so I didn't do my battery. Fuck the thing that actually fucking matters.
Yeah.
Right. When I first had that Ibanez, and like, oh, it's not giving me any sound. After a year or so, what's going on here?
Did you change the battery?
Yeah, I changed the battery. Oh.
Bar?
Oh, yeah.
That's what that little black box on the back is? Fuck.
Yeah.
Who has a fucking 9-volt?
Yeah.
And I think that one you had to unscrew it wasn't just like a battery
pop
case.
out, yeah.
Oh, really?
You had to unscrew the panel. I'm pretty sure you had to unscrew the panel on that one to get in there to replace the battery. And it was corroded by the time I had gotten to it.
So it popped.
Yeah.
Was that like the standard Stingray body then? Or was
no,
it
I was talking about that Ibanez.
Oh, the Ibanez.
Yeah, it was an EDB 600, if anybody remembers
Why wouldn't they
those.
make it like, so dumb?
It was a
Instead of
cheap
panel.
beginner type model. They weren't.
Still, have some engineering pride.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't skip on.
fucking
Don't try and
pride.
save money.
Yeah, come on. It's funny because Ibanez it's a Spanish name, but it's made by a Japanese company.
Yeah. Well, it's like a beginner bass that, like, let's say you didn't know that it had a battery in it.
Right.
And like from the factory, a lot of beginners like run with the same strings. You might run with the same battery.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, this thing's really quiet all of a sudden, or doesn't work at all.
In the trash you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Done.
Donating you.
You just throw it in the trash. They just put it
This
on the
dude
top.
doesn't work.
Calling up Goodwill or Amvets.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the bass is all used up.
Yeah, all the tones gone.
Yeah. I used up all the tone.
Did you forget to put the drain plug in?
Yeah.
Did you leave it plugged in? Actually, that
It
actually would
leaked
be a
all out.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you leave it plugged in, yeah. Yeah, that's my what's new. Truck.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty
Bass
sweet.
Moved.
Brian, what is new with you?
I started working this last week.
Jesus
And
Christ, let's hear
all
about
these
it.
customers,
I bitched about it.
all these customers
I did
just
not bitch about work. I
Yeah.
saved you.
blew my back out.
Yeah. Brian was really working hard.
Yeah. No, I think just not used to just being on my feet for like 8 hours or so.
Dang.
I'm like, that would really fuck you up. And so I think I like threw out my lower back, and man, that sucks. So, so I'm on like a little bit of a painkiller at the moment.
Little painkiller
Little
cocktail.
painkiller.
Brian's a drug addict.
And then got some CBD lotion.
Oh.
Like,
Shit.
Are we applying that later?
yeah. Get some like
Pull down them pants.
little cream, like CBD. This is great, doggies.
You get the dropper so you can drop it just right in your mouth,
promo
on your
code.
tongue.
real ass podcast. CBD. No, and I'm like, yeah, and so I'm feeling better today. But man, this past couple of days fucked me. Oh my god, it sucked dick. I was like bitching about it. I was like talking with Eric Marrow. He's like, hey man, how's your, just checking in. He's like, how's your week back at work? I'm like, dude, I threw my back out. It fucking sucks. He's like, dude, lower back pain is worse. So we're just like texting back and forth about like our back pain. I'm like, this is what fucking old man we are. He's like, that'll ruin your whole day. I'm like, exactly, man. But yeah, other than that, like, as gear wise go, I sold my Fractal XFX 2 XL Plus. That was a big one for me. I was stoked. I think it was a day that like I just wasn't getting anything for it. I had it on like OfferUp, Craigslist, and like Reverb, but I didn't put up like the shipping yet because I needed to find a box and weigh it and like see how much it would actually cost to ship before I listed it. So I'm like, okay, I was getting like I saw and I was like, oh, it has like over 15 watchers on Reverb, and I'm like, oh man, this thing will sell, and I like just need to find a box for it. And then I'm like, kind of like once I like real, like, I don't know, in my head, I thought maybe I won't sell it. Maybe I'll keep it and I can work on like maybe setting up like a little, like maybe a 12 space rack or whatever and start building up like, recording setup or whatever. And then I think I'll put it back in there. And then I get an offer on OfferUp, like, hey, I want to buy this. I'm like, so the time that I was like, yeah, maybe I should just keep this. I'm like,
You're in denial. You're just like,
no,
I can live with this.
Not
denial, acceptance.
I accepted the fact that I wasn't going to sell it. Like,
you were settling with your life.
I think I could do this. And then somebody like hit me up like, hey, is this available? I'm like, well, I want to buy it, but yes, it is.
Yeah, take it.
And then I think I had it up for like $1,400 or like 13, something like that on OfferUp. And the guy offered like, oh, would you take like 1,100 for it? And I was like, that's what I bought it for. And so I was like, I would totally break even. And I'm like, can you do like 1,150? And the guy's like, yeah, no, totally. I'll do cash today. And I'm like, oh, perfect. And then like he's going back and forth talking. He's like, oh man, funny story, but I know Sean Tolley.
Nice.
He's been on the show. He's like, yeah, he's a friend of mine. And like, I pretty much send him your post, and he vouched for you. That's the only reason I want to kind of like just buy it without trying it.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, because Sean's like, no, that's Brian. I know him. He takes care of his shit and he knows his stuff. So he's like, yeah. So I'm like, you know what? The homie price, you can have it for $1,100.
Nice.
And
cool.
So yeah, it's cool just to get the cash and get it gone. The guy's excited to use it and start using it for recording and stuff.
Did he come over to your house and like plug it in and just start wailing?
Oh, God. I was cringing when I was hearing the story.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But no, it was cool. So it's like, it's a big last of my big sales that I really want to do. So I sold the Rock Verb, sold the FX8, sold the XFX, and I'm like, oh, like there's not really at the moment. I can not think of anything else I want to sell. So it's good to kind of get rid of stuff. And I'm like, it's weird because I'm like, when you sell like a big item, it's just like, damn, that's good to have the money, and then also just like it didn't take up that much space. But I'm like, I just had doubles of things. I'm like, it's gone. I'm like, huh. It's been like I've been talking about doing it for a long time, and it's done. I'm like, so
what now?
I guess I have what I want.
Yeah, right.
Dang.
That's weird to say like, oh, I sold this to kind of like get the gear that I want, and I have my setup that I guess I'm done for now.
Well, there is a thing, there is that like hunter thing, that scoring the deal, and that gas thing, that gear acquisition.
Well, that's
thing.
my problem with guitars. It's like,
yeah,
shit, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like feeling,
should I have a body in the mail and they're already on the way? No, I'm not.
Yeah. And you're like, oh wait, no, I could just buy.
Stop anytime. I could stop anytime.
Yeah, right. This is the next fix. When's the next fix?
I buy a pick guard and then I decide to build a whole new guitar out of that.
Well, I have more brass screws I can use.
I guess I need another bass.
I guess I'll start another one.
Yeah.
But no, I think to me I thought it was really cool to get rid of it, and it's like to a friend of a friend. So I'm like, yeah, it's.
And if you sold it for what you bought it for, you basically owned it for free this whole time.
Yeah, I wanted to make.
How does that make you feel?
I wanted to make it make some. I think I could have made money off of it if I would have like put it on Reverb, But then I don't know. You have to deal with the fucking shipping of it, and then like wait for that to clear, and then like if they like, well, I don't really want it back, and then ship it back, and then like,
there's adhesive on the front. Could you knock it down 20%?
Yeah.
Can I get this Bill Cosby
free?
That was your Cosby voice.
Yeah. I've been working on it.
But yeah, no, that was for me. That was cool. I think it'll be out by the time this comes. I was on another podcast, so I was a guest on the Defiant Robot Records podcast, which they're locally based San Diego podcast, kind of like talking about SoCal bands and San Diego bands. So it was cool. Talked about the podcast and playing and stuff like that. And so check that podcast and then check out the episode that I'm on. So Defiant Robot Records podcast. And then I will have more of an update, but I downloaded the trial of Logic Pro X. As a
hot take right now, do it.
As a DAW, because I'm so used to Pro Tools, and then trying out Logic Pro X sucks dick.
Whoa, too hot. Back it up.
I'm definitely a creature of habit. I don't like change, and so like the whole point of like
when it's in your pocket,
downsides of Pro Tools is that it's so expensive. It is $500 if you want to buy it, and then when they keep updating it and changing it, I'm like, well, okay, well, this is outdated now.
Yeah.
You got to buy the next one. And and then people say like, that's such a shitty model. It's weird that they're the standard.
Yeah.
And then, where's like Reason is cheaper.
They have too many fanboys.
What is it like? Reason's like what, $200?
It was like $400.
It's reasonable.
Okay. Yeah.
Boom.
God.
It was like, it was $400.
Okay, so that's up there.
But it's not subscription based. It's not like,
I mean, Pro Tools can be, or you can just buy it. That's for like $500. And then Logic Pro is $200. Same thing, a flat fee, and then it's meant for Mac computers, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that's like so appealing, and so many people use it, and I'm like, and I tried it. I'm like, this sucks. It looks like a child's DAW. It's like my first DAW.
It's got like chickens and barnyard animals dancing across it.
My little DAW.
Here's like a digital audio workstation made by Fisher Price.
You push a button for the.
I'm just talking shit, but it was like I know that there's a lot of. I'm just not.
It's like Garage. It's like worse than GarageBand.
No, it is
GarageBand.
It's better than GarageBand. And I was talking to RJ. He's like, dude, it is really powerful. You just got to give it time. Like you're just being impatient. I'm like, exactly. I'm just, I will probably go back on it, but still, luckily it's a free trial. But I'll fuck around with it more, and then, but yeah, let's get into some topics.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So Johnny, we were texting this one back and forth. Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, it's not gear related.
Yeah, I think we've been like too heavy on gear recently. I'm like, why we used to like always like do off topics.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, I mean, gear's great. That's still that's why we're here, but. Sometimes it's fun to do other stuff. So
a little distraction, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and everybody's inside and they're doing computers and games and stuff. So doing computers, that sounded like our parents.
You're just doing computers.
Doing computers?
Are you doing the internet?
Are you doing computers?
Are you doing computers?
Hey, stop doing computers. You need to sleep. You've got school in the morning.
Doing the computers.
Stop playing the computers.
Playing the computer. Yeah, totally.
So, top 5 video games of all time. Any console, any era.
It's our top 5, not like what we think of like what's the greatest of encompassing.
Right. No, because none of us are qualified
the best-selling
for that
ones
shit.
And the one influential. I'm like, no, our favorites. Yeah.
No, that's another podcast. We'll do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But top 5, your top 5 of all time. Who's going first? Kyle's really working on that list.
Yeah, I got one more to go. So you guys go.
Call of Duty.
I tried to go with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, because I was like, when I was like off of work, I was like, I was trying to find video games or whatever. And I'm like, oh, can I borrow your old like Xbox One or Xbox 360 because you're doing like Kyle's on more computer.
Yeah,
he's playing computers. He's
Are you playing the computers?
Are you doing the computer?
He's doing more PC gaming. So I was like, oh, cool. Let me see if I can borrow it. And I looked at all his games. I'm like, it's all Call of Duty. It's Modern Warfare. I'm like, how many of these are these all the same game? It's like 10 of them that are the exact same. Black Ops Special. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm just kidding.
Well, so the reason I thought about this is because Clint McDuffie from Deep Space Devices, he had done a post. It was a repost of somebody else about your games from when you were a teenager. Like what did you play? Something to that effect.
Yeah, and then it's even like Tony Hawk is coming out. Like they're the 1 and 2, and like that's dude. Like
fuck.
Yeah, my hands are gonna hurt. What's? I don't even have the consoles to be able to play that.
It's on PS4, Xbox One, and then PC.
Fuck yeah.
So I have to buy all those?
PC Elite Generation. But yeah,
I think there's a PS4 in my house.
That's what I'm like. I should buy PS4.
Yeah.
But here, I can go first.
Cool.
So mine are all old games, but on PS1, I fucking loved me some fucking Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
And I got like over 100. I got everything that I could in the game. Crash Bandicoot 2. I like Crash Bandicoot Warped as well. I think Warped was a little bit better because he gave more powers, but I like 2 because it was such a huge jump. Because Crash Bandicoot 1 was like it's too hard for me. I never beat it.
That's the one you just basically run a track the whole time, right?
It's
straight in front of you, and you run the.
Yeah, it had a little bit more into it. It was like it kind of had like somewhat 3D because like it was not open world 3D like Mario, or whatever. But yeah, so I say Crash Bandicoot 2 was I think Cortex Strikes Back or whatever. That one is probably one of my favorites. I would play that for like hours and hours, and when I got everything in the game, like all the golden relics and platinum ones and time trials, and I'm like, what? I got nothing for that. I like over 100% and got like everything you got. Like all you said was like 107%. I'm like,
cool.
Okay, fuck, all right, waste of my life. And then Star Fox 64.
That was a good one.
Really,
that was a good one.
It's still actually a lot of fun, and it's like. You can see how like the polygons and everything to play it on and on N64. It's like they just don't. It looks so dated, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
And it, like even they could say, the response of everything is kind of slow. And like it kind of is, but it works. It works for that game. And to me, it's still a lot of fun to play. There actually is like, depending on how you play the game, there's like different endings, and you can get different bosses. If like you fuck up and that stupid fucking toad gets hit off, and so you got to go change your course and change your missions to follow him or whatever. It's cool, and so you can kind of get like different paths in it. And I'm like, even like I have my N64 that still works, and so I play that game. It's a lot of fun to just like fuck around with that.
There were some real gems. I got some N64 on my list.
There's a lot of Grand Theft Autos, but my favorite one is Vice City.
Yeah,
just because like that was kind of like. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 3 with like friends, and we were just like, it was just like what you fucking like, Surge, and you just like, drink downing that and all sport and play Grand Theft Auto all damn day. And it's like basically the way you played it is like you played it until like you could fuck around, get all the cheats and just kill everybody and just like fly around and then when you died, that's when it was like the next person's turn. And like, or if you got like arrested or whatever, that's how
really good at like getting those health cheats in.
Yeah,
he's like, fuck yeah, you just keep entering it. You're on fire. You're like,
the car explodes and then you die. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's like how we always played it. And then once you got to Vice City, it was way smoother gameplay. And I know they even improved upon that with San Andreas, but I never actually played San Andreas. I think I only kind of jammed on that.
That was so good.
But it was even.
I want to put that on my list, but that one's too easy to put on my list. So way to cop out.
But no, Vice City to me was the one because it was like the story was even a lot of fun to play too. So I remember same thing. You just fuck around and just like go anywhere. And
it was like the first concept. Well, not the first, but it's like it was revolutionary.
Yeah, you can go so many different places. It was so much fun. And then Super Mario RPG for Super NES.
You have that on that little system, right?
I beat it. I've beaten it now, like I think 3 times. Because I had to go back and like fight the, secret boss and stuff like that, and I had to get all like the cool, like I don't know, like power ups that I missed, and I'm like, yeah, I got it, and I'm like, it made my character super OP, and I just like beat the game. It's like, man, this is a game for children. And I'm just blasting through everybody, fucking everybody up because I got all this secret shit, and I'm like. Yeah. All right. Where you take like no damage, and then like you get it to where it's like, oh, you get like you can kill people in just one hit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even need like the super power ups or anything like to do like the special abilities or moves. I'm like, oh yeah, just like hit them with one shell, and I'm like, all right, kill them. But yeah, that's one game. I was like, I think I like RPGs, and but I haven't really played a whole lot, so I kind of want to get into that like after a replay of that game, because I'm like, okay, maybe that's like a good starter for getting into RPGs.
Yeah.
But I feel like I want to do the Final Fantasy games because I've never played any of those.
There's some good titles in that Final Fantasy.
I want to get into that, yeah.
I always saw those and it's like, this is the same game. I was always so confused when I saw it. Wait, what?
Well, then
they put out another one?
I was kind of dumb because I was like, you 7? That means I got to play all the other ones to play this one? And then I'm like, for a while, I'm like, you don't have to play the other ones to play 7, right?
Isn't there a Final Fantasy on that SNES Classic?
Yeah, there's
Number
one
one?
on there. It's Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy 6, but they call it Final Fantasy 3.
Oh,
in America for some reason.
Oh,
because it's probably one of the ones that was released over here.
Yeah,
it's actually the 6th one in Japan.
I got to change my region and everything. Oh man!
But yeah, I feel like I should get into that one. But final one, it's always a go-to. It's the GOAT is Tetris.
Oh man, yeah, Tetris. That's a good one.
That's a fun game to play with your friends. As lame as that sounds, to do like just like just like, oh, you're hanging out at your buddy's house, like just like, oh yeah, like, whip the bong out and just like, all right, I
don't know about that.
play this. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, let's just play this and like not do homework.
That's kind of like playing the video game billiards.
Yeah. I love
Have you seen those games?
No, the billiards.
Oh man, video game pool.
Oh, you just play pool? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that I had that on my computer, like Windows 95 back in the day. It was like the skiing game. And then
play some snooker.
The pool one.
Does anybody know the rules of snooker?
I have no idea.
No.
Is this an extra wide regulation table?
But yeah, the last one's boring. But it's fun on any console that I play it on. Even on my phone, I have the EA Tetris app. It's fun.
Yeah.
But Johnny, you want to go or Kyle?
Yeah, Johnny, go.
Oh,
yeah, I can
I'm
go.
Still refining my list here.
Yeah, I've scratched off a couple already.
So on your RPG tip there's one RPG from when I was a kid that came out on Sega CD that was so goddamn good.
Did you have a Sega CD?
Yeah, we did. We didn't do any Nintendo when we were kids.
You were Sega kids.
Yeah, because my dad played video games with us.
Yeah.
The reason why we had video games.
Nintendos are totally baby games.
I know they are. They are baby games.
Well, he was the one that played the video games. He bought the systems, and then we got to play them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we had Genesis, we had Master System, Genesis, Sega CD, 32X, Sega Saturn, and we had every
Saturn,
Sega thing.
Did you also get a Dreamcast?
I think that's when we stopped.
Okay.
I think I was an adult at that point. I think I was in college.
I was an adult?
No, yeah. I think Dreamcast came out when I was in college, and I didn't. But on Sega CD, there was a game called Lunar: The Silver Star Story, and I bet you'd really like it because it's very anime. It just the story was so good. It's the first time because my brother and my dad would play RPGs, and I hated them. I was like, these things are stupid.
Well, because you're watching someone play an RPG is pretty lame.
Reading,
but if you're playing it, you're like, I'm involved in the story. Yeah.
And the story of that was really, really good. By the end, I'm like tearing up at the end. Like,
oh yeah,
it's Lunar. So then they re-released it on PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
As Lunar Silver Star Story Complete, which you can do an epilogue.
Yeah.
You can play after you beat the game, a whole new thing. Oh my gosh. That seriously probably my number one game of all time, Lunar Silver Star Story.
Nice. Yeah, I should check that out. I definitely want to get into more RPGs. I feel like I would totally be into it. And that might be a good or bad thing because I would just be like, I'm just gonna spend my whole life. That's why I'm like, it's
flush 100 hours. Flush 100 hours down the toilet.
So I like the story in Mario, but it's like it's very like surface level, and you're like, yeah, it's easy. You need to get the stars and stop this thing, and then you meet a couple people. Okay, and then whereas people are like, oh yeah, you can get into like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger or something like that, and you're like, there's so much more. involved in the story that you're like, oh yeah, it's like you said, hundreds of hours.
Oh yeah, I mean at least 100 right off the bat. You
yeah.
want to get through it, just flush that right down the toilet.
Like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
here's my life.
And you're not bigger or better or stronger or anything for having done it.
Yeah,
just shittier as a human being.
Well, I mean, there's problem solving, I suppose. There's probably some advantages, but yeah, basically.
So I'm really smart. That's what you're saying.
It's like people like say, oh, I play video games. They're really good. Eye coordination.
I read books. So I'm really smart.
Hand-eye coordinate,
You just know how to download information.
I got that military strategy mind, from playing
I
games.
read books. Good. Good for you that you don't fall asleep after page 2.
Yeah.
You done?
Yeah, you got the.
Oh, that was just one, but you want to bounce back and forth here?
No, Brian. Okay. We could have all done that, but
we could have.
But Brian fucking ruined it.
Oh God.
You done with your one game already?
Oh,
God.
Here. All right, I'll go quick. So don't
go quick.
Another RPG that I really liked, I think it might have been on PlayStation 2, was Suikoden. Mm-hmm. But Suikoden 3. Not 1 or 2.
I've never heard of those
Suikoden 3. It's Suikoden. Suikoden. Okay. Another one with a cool story. Lots of gameplay inside the game, and
all right.
I don't know. I like
what
that.
What kind of game is it?
It's an RPG. Yeah, okay. I like that Suikoden series.
The turn-based.
Turn-based.
It is a turn-based. Yeah, I don't like the Zelda style where it's a hack and slash RPG where you're walking around on a map and you have to hit the things. I like it when it goes and puts you on a screen where you fight people.
Because I like that a lot, yeah.
Well, because, then I can go to the bathroom, or I can go get more Cheetos.
Yeah.
Most of those games have pause button.
Yeah.
Shut
up.
And
no, they don't. Yeah, Suikoden, that was a good 3 especially. And then Tony Hawk 1.
Yeah.
Was that on your list?
No.
I mean, Tony Hawk 1 it's like up there as like contender for the GOAT.
Yeah, totally. Like I realized after my list, I'm like, the Tony Hawk games, like the 1 and 2.
Oh, they got better. So I mean, you got more stuff you could do, but Tony Hawk 1 started that thing, made my hands hurt so
totally
bad.
Trying to button mash to get the tricks. Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I love Dave Mirra also.
Yeah.
That came out about the same time, the Dave Mirra. Yeah.
It's like probably the same year.
And there was a slasher, or maybe it's Thrasher, the skate magazine that had a game that came out that wasn't as good.
No, I think Tony Hawk was the best one.
Oh yeah,
other one. Dave Mirra was really good.
Everyone tried to ride that wave because X Games had like a racing game, on skateboard. You could be a bicycle, skateboard, roller. Those don't all go the same speed.
Yeah,
but apparently they could.
Like
a scooter could beat a bicycle.
Yeah,
right.
A bicycle. Yeah, a skateboarder's gonna beat that.
God.
Uphill. Yeah, but Tony Hawk, that's a good call.
Yeah, and then they're coming at, man, my hands are gonna hurt again. I'm gonna have to get a PlayStation 4 just for that stupid.
I think so too. I was thinking that that should be the move, getting a PlayStation to play that game.
You have to prep your hands. You have to.
It looks so good too.
Get a bucket of ice and just punch.
Mm-hmm.
Punch it. Just train your hands.
Well, I think about thumbs. I remember that game would be the one that thumbs like. You would get the fucking blisters.
And you get joint pain in your finger. And now that I'm almost 40, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to start taking what do you take? Some sort of arthritis medication? Centrum Silver?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to start taking Centrum.
You take
CoQ10.
Glucosamine.
Yeah, glucosamine. Jesus Christ.
To play this Tony Hawk. Put stock in glucosamine when Tony Hawk comes out.
Cortisone shots.
All these old ass people like us. Be like, we need to get back into this game.
My fingers hurt.
Now your
back's gonna hurt.
Oh shit, my back already hurts.
You pulled landscaping duty at work?
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
What else is on my list? Dude. Okay, and two N64s. I mean, there's other great games, but 2 N64 games. Smash Bros.
Definitely.
The first one.
It's fun.
So good.
Pass.
You're not a Smash Bros. Guy.
Nintendo 64 had the 4 people. That changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart, 4 people in battle was great. Smash Bros. So I said Smash Bros. Number 1 for me of all time, GoldenEye.
Nice.
Yeah.
So good. I'd love to have a GoldenEye tournament now, but I know I'd suck.
I haven't played that in a long time.
We should set something up in here.
My buddy owned the game and we would play, but I'm like, I don't think I've played it, but I'm also not like a first-person shooter guy.
I'm not good at GoldenEye.
Because it's not,
believe it or not,
good controls.
No,
it's awkward. And I had a trick with I like to use Boris, and I had a trick with him. It was like this strafe thing.
You're just chopping everyone.
No, I would strafe. No, you know what was when people used Odd Job?
Yeah.
That bastards. It's all short. You couldn't shoot him. Yeah, always shooting his hat off, but not shooting him.
Yeah, no, that game definitely, like, I think, I don't know, made the whole, like,
Yeah, it was weird. Multiplayer
happened.
That's where it started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where it really kicked off. That's where it kicked off.
Yeah, and then everything after
you
that
could arcade. You could play arcade games and play people like.
Yeah.
But this is different, where it's like versus, like, legitimately against each other.
Yeah, and the 4 screens on your CRT TV.
Yeah.
And then if you were at a rich friend's house and they had the 70-inch that was 70 inches out into the room as well because of the tubes.
Yeah.
And but you were but then
distance.
You were like off on the side and the screen was all dark. And you're like, hey guys, I can't really see. This isn't fair.
Shut up.
Yeah. They push you further away so you only see a black screen from the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember like getting N64 for like the first time, or even like Buddy got it for his birthday, and he had like, a birthday party or whatever at like his, grandparents' house. And it was like, oh yeah, he got an N64. And then so he's like hooked up the N64 onto like his grandpa had like just a giant like flat, like not flat screen, giant like big screen TV and playing like Pod Racer on there. I'm like, this is, oh my God. Amazing.
Pod Racer. Dude, I actually liked playing that game.
Is that Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's
a Phantom
Star Wars.
Menace.
Yeah, Star Wars Pod Racer. Like the best thing to come out of that movie was the game.
But not Jar Jar Binks is
people
the best.
hate that scene though. People absolutely hate that scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the game was pretty good. Could have just made the game.
Yeah.
And just mentioned Pod Racing, and they could have made the game.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what would have been like. No.
But yeah, no. It's a good list. Definitely solid. N64, yeah. That was a big game system for me. All right, Kyle.
I'm chomping at the bit.
I'm chomping.
Chomping at the bit.
I'm ready to chomp this up.
Pong.
Yeah. This fucking legit game started everything.
Space Harrier.
Yeah.
Gal's Panic.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, I'll tell you later.
All right, so I really like Link to the Past. I love it's like you have other Zeldas, but this is like the first like I wouldn't say full color, right? But I don't know. I loved the storyline on it.
Was that Super Nintendo? Or?
Yeah, the Super Nintendo. Because you had just the regular Legend of Zelda, and then you had I think one more after that. They did like consecutive years, but they both looked the same.
Yeah.
Or one was like a special edition or something. I don't know. But Link to the Past was awesome. It had a cool storyline. You had like I don't know. I love playing it because I playing with on my uncle's like Super Nintendo.
Lap.
Yes. No, it was just cool to hang out and play. Fuck you.
You're trying to get through it, and we're laughing, cracking up.
It's probably a great game.
Anyways, God, you guys never played the Zelda games, obviously.
I was not a fan of the Zelda games.
I feel like I should get into it. Like I've heard like
no, they're great.
I tried playing Majora's Mask because my buddy let me borrow it for N64, and then he's like, I was like playing it, and I'm like, I just
skipped like so many games though.
I know. I couldn't.
You skipped Ocarina of Time too.
I couldn't figure it out because he didn't have Ocarina of Time, but he's like, oh, here, just play Majora's Mask, and I'm like, as like my first Zelda game, and then I'm like, I don't get this. What the hell's going on? And I'm like, and then I know that there's like something about like that game. It's like, oh, you go back in time, you relive the same. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't get the fuck's going on here. And then I'm like, and my friend's like, okay, man, can I have that back? And I'm like, I didn't finish it. It's like, oh.
Cool.
Oh, I mean, yeah, can I have that back? Yeah. And so I never finished it. I'm like, okay.
I like the Zelda cartoon. Do you remember the Zelda cartoon?
No. I don't know what kind of Rule 34 stuff you're looking at, but...
What's that? Am I lost?
Zelda porn and stuff.
Oh.
Or like cartoon porn.
No, there was a Zelda...
Yeah, there
was a Zelda cartoon on like Saturday morning cartoons, maybe early 90s.
No, see... This was like my first like experience of Zelda.
Yeah,
I think that's why it kind of like.
Oh yeah.
Do you like the other Zelda games?
Yeah, they're good. I just like this one, and I actually have it on my my Wii. Like I probably should play it more.
Yeah.
Another game, the SOCOM series, which was like it was like a third person shooter, which is weird. Kind of
because you see your guy.
Yeah, it was weird to play, but it was really fun. It was all about being secretive and sneaking in and taking like, you know, not hostage, but rescuing someone and getting out before getting. So it was like super technical. It was before. I think it was before like those siphon filter games where like the Sam, like you have your goggles on, or it was probably the same time. I don't know, but this was cool because it was more about the shooting aspect and taking out someone, you know, before they'd see you and silent, you know.
Yeah, instead of like, it's like a different way to go.
Like smashing, you know, blow up things.
Go in just like bah, 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 like Duke Nukem style.
You have to wait for the guy
up,
to like turn around and like, and then you can shoot him and then you can shoot the other guy. But if you shoot one guy, he'll trip the alarm. It's like you have to look at the situation, kind of feel your way through it, and it was fun.
Problem solving.
Yeah,
it was the recruiting technique. That game.
Yeah, look how far I've gone in the military. And then these are more recent games, but L.A. Noire. You guys ever play L.A. Noire?
I remember watching you play it. It's like,
man,
I've heard of it.
So immersive. It's like
playing a movie.
Yeah, it's like a movie in the 40s. So
that makes me think of some games I didn't mention.
It's L.A. in the 1940s, and so it's before the freeway. It's before, so if you want to go somewhere, you have to drive like pretty fucking far on side streets, which is cool because the cars were legit and storyline was cool, and it worked in with Hollywood and like people getting, you know, so you had to investigate. You were a cop, so you had to like, you know, find clues to get to the, you knew someone might be the murderer. You had to, you know, interrogate them tactfully.
Yeah.
Like you could ruin the investigation by asking the wrong questions.
That's cool.
So it was really cool. And then like, you know, when you look, like, let's say someone got murdered in an alley, they got shot, you had to find the bullet casings, you had to like look through the alley. So at the time I was like, what the fuck? This is a crazy game. It took like, I think the production of the game like took, I think, close to 9 years.
What?
Because they fucked up. Something happened. It was supposed to go on like, supposed to be released for PlayStation 2, like that era of consoles. And something happened with the actual production where it got pushed back a bunch of times and people got fired and they knew, anyways, it finally came on the console after. But it was supposed to be like a flagship from Rockstar for the first.
Oh, it's a Rockstar game?
Yeah, it's a Rockstar game.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm glad it came out on, because the graphics were way better, obviously. But it's an awesome game. I want to play it fucking right now, actually.
Nice, yeah.
Is it 360?
Yeah, it's 360.
Yeah.
But man, I probably should buy it for PC. What's cool?
You already own it.
I know.
Do they ever come up with the second one?
No, I don't think they would. I know some of those stories, like, you know, they end. I guess you couldn't do another one.
Or they just do something similar to that.
I guess they could. They could come up with something like in a different time, like an era.
Yeah.
They've never done the 60s and 70s, right?
Yeah.
They've done the 80s for Vice City.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
But it'd be cool to see a reissue of Vice City. Like all remastered.
Like a remastered version of it. I'm sure they would sell like a shit ton.
Maybe. Or maybe just incorporated it. Well, that's weird with GTA 5. It's like, I still see ads of new stuff they're making. This game came out like in, it came out on, I think it was 360. Like one of the last games for 360.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty sure.
For that was the latest Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto, yeah, 5.
Yeah, damn.
And then they remastered it for 1, and then they're still adding new content. I'm like, you guys are really riding this fucking wave.
Yeah.
And people play it still?
Yeah, just because it's multiplayer. And they can just keep adding to it. And
damn, yeah.
Next one is also a Rockstar game, Red Dead Redemption. Great fucking game.
I've heard that.
Oh man, another immersive game. They're so good at like getting you pulled in. Like you were talking about crying earlier on the story. It's like,
yeah.
Fuck, what am I doing? Like,
you're getting so emotionally.
What am I doing in my life?
Yeah.
Or like a song is playing while you're trying to ride across like the, you know, it's like your family, you can go now see your family, and the song that plays, and there's no other sound while you're riding your horse. You're like, fuck, I'm here. Like, I'm in this. I've invested hours of playing this, and then this is like the trigger. You're like, oh my God, this feels real. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
that's cool. Did you ever finish Red
Didn't
Dead?
play. No, I didn't
the
finish
second one?
Red Dead 2. It's a shame because it's fucking great.
Why?
Because I built a PC and
Yeah.
stopped playing it.
I ain't got time for this fucking console bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's like the graphics are great, story's great. I think I grew out of it, but I got to pick it up and see. I don't know.
Do you feel the urge like when you have a game you have to complete it or finish it?
No, I'm the kind of guy like I'll watch like a 3-hour movie and then I won't watch the last 10 minutes of it. I'm like,
oh God!
yeah, I'm like, my wife hates it. My wife hates it.
A whole series, but you don't finish.
I won't finish it.
Like maybe the last season, you're like, whatever.
Yeah, and I'm also like, I'll listen to like a song. It doesn't have to be a long song, and like the last like 30 seconds, I'll skip it. Go to the next.
Whoa!
It's weird, right?
Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable just sitting here.
Jesus. All right, I got one more. Skyrim. So it's not a Rockstar game, but it's like it's not a multiplayer game, but it's like a it's a role playing game. It's it's kind of like an RPG, but it's not turn based.
Right.
So it's like adventure. Goddamn, that game is great too. Like I think and I didn't name like really a single first person shooter game.
You didn't do the Call of Duty, Call of Duty.
Because Brian already called those ones.
Yeah,
he already named all the best ones.
Yeah, didn't even give.
This is my secondary list.
Yeah, he already named it Call of Duty, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Not even like any like descriptors.
No, but it would be Modern Warfare 2. That would be probably the best Call of Duty. So
is that the
Modern
newest
Warfare?
one?
I liked 3 also, but
which one's the World War One?
They had a couple.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
So they had a bunch of World War II ones.
Well, there was one that was World War One that looked cool.
Are you thinking of Battlefield 1?
I don't know.
I think you're thinking of Battlefield.
Right?
Again,
They all
are you playing computers?
Was it a recent game in the last couple of years?
5 years. Maybe.
I think Battlefield 1.
Johnny, you're like, I'm in a hot seat now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, because in the last 5 years, they've only done like super modern fighting. And then they went back they did like a World War II game. But that's the Call of Duty line, right? But Battlefield's a different company.
There's probably that Battlefield
World War
1
is fucking greght.
Yeah. Somebody,
great.
My brother, I think, was playing it.
Super immersive also.
Remember Medal of Honor? That was a good series.
I'd never really played those.
That's kind of what those ones grew out of.
Yeah, they stopped making really good ones, I think.
Yeah, probably.
But that's my list.
Yeah.
It's a good list.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes me want to play some video games.
As we're talking, I'm like,
turn it off. Pull out the old consoles.
Sold that Fractal. I should buy a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Definitely, like, I don't know, going back to like video game, like especially that SNES like little like HDMI thing. I'm like, there's like a shit ton of games in there that I need to beat. I never beat Mario World. Never even got close. That's a lot of game. I
played it again recently, and I got a little bit further. I think I'm just about to Bowser's land. But when I play it, I get all the secrets right then and there. I open everything up as soon as I can. Yeah. So I have the Star Road fully opened. Even the secret one, the one where on the bridge. Yeah. You know, the one where you tumble down into the water, and I opened that stuff up. Yeah. I never beat it as a kid, but I remember just like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It was like too difficult. I'm like, man, the fact that like Mario World's too hard for me.
I got these little thumbs, man.
Like even as an adult, it's like still too hard for me. Like I just suck. I'm not good at video games. I like playing them, but I'm not good. It's like guitar. Yeah. Like I'm not good at it, but I like playing it.
Yeah.
But
that's me.
Anyway, let's do more of a music kind of topic to kind of get back on track here. I want to talk about like buying like physical media as far as music goes. So it's like buying like, tapes, CDs, buy like, vinyl records or whatever. Do you guys do that? I know it's really easy not to nowadays. And I was trying to remember the last like album that I physically bought, because it's like, I mean, it's easy to buy it on Spotify. It's easy, like, or not buy it, but listen to it on Spotify and then, or buy it on iTunes. Or Bandcamp even. You're supporting them still.
Yeah, I've bought some things on Bandcamp recently, but they're not like big bands. They're just like people that I want to support. Yeah, listen to their shit. But I guess I really only stream on Spotify.
Yeah.
I did buy something recently. I bought 4 like comic books from Magic Sword.
Yeah.
And they did come with like physical copies of their CD.
Okay.
So I don't have an optical drive even on my computer to even like
Boy,
I'm gonna load this onto my computer.
Oh.
But I don't have, I can't even put a CD on my computer. I can put it in my Vic and my work truck.
Yeah.
But I mean, I already have it on Spotify.
Yeah, same thing. Like,
I just linked that right in.
I don't have a like disk drive on my laptop. So even like getting a CD, I'm like, that's so crazy that it's just like that's fizzled out.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, like I'm trying to think of like, you want to support artists and stuff like that, and obviously like the 3 of us are in bands and stuff like that. But I'm like,
yeah, with published music.
That buy something, people.
That we have like we have like
yeah. We have catalogs.
We can play both sides of the fence, right?
Yeah, totally.
Come on.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't know. So like, Johnny, what about you? Do you like feel the need to buy physical media?
My new truck has no CD, nothing. It's all. I mean, I have a free trial of Sirius, but that's I haven't even started that up yet.
Just get a Discman and just run the aux, dude. That's what you should do.
Doesn't even have that. It doesn't. USB.
USB.
I have USB. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that on my work truck either. No aux cable.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never had an aux cable because my car didn't.
You're on both sides of the.
But
you missed like 10 years of aux cable.
I have a tape deck in my truck.
Do you really?
Doesn't work.
Oh, bummer.
You gotta clean those tape heads, dude.
Yeah. I will. Well, my record player is not. My record player is actually in the truck right now.
It's on the floorboard.
On the floorboard of the passenger side because I meant to take it home.
Scratchy when you're driving.
Yeah. Do you know that there were record players in cars at one point? Real fancy. Yeah,
like prototype,
Jesus Christ.
like you'd have it on like a swivel.
Scratch the shit out of it.
I should install an 8-track. So I think the last physical record that I bought might have been Trash Generator from Terramellos.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to say that was probably about 1.5 years, maybe even 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
But I've bought stuff on Bandcamp. I've paid for downloads. But yeah, mostly these days I just stream.
Yeah, and that's crazy because it's like obviously you want to support the artist, but it's like I think one the last ones that I bought was probably a single from the Flatliners, and it was like a 7-inch vinyl, and it came with a download card, and I'm like, cool, I totally use that, and I just put that with the rest of my vinyls in my closet that I never listened to.
You put it on your iPod,
and
download it right to your iPod.
Yeah, you can just save it to your
shuffle.
Yeah, and I barely put any songs on my phone either, because I'm like, I can just stream it. I'm like, it's so weird. Now it just made me think of like buying stuff. It's like, damn. Because so many bands, they have their music that you buy, and then like they want to sell like, oh, buy our record, and they're like, cool, I'll buy it because it's cool to have, and then you just kind of listen to it on Spotify. Like I would, pre-ordered like Dave Hawes's album like years ago, back when
he was good.
He was good, yeah. And Devour is such a great record, and I'm glad that I got like the physical copy of it, and it came with like a CD, came with the vinyl and a download code, which is, I don't know why it came with all that shit, but it's cool. And then so many ways to listen to the album, and I'm like, I still just listen to it on Spotify. And I'm like, I don't know, but like you said, like buying a comic book, that's pretty cool because you still like, it's something like, I don't know, maybe a different way of like, maybe marketing for your band, of like, I don't know, coming up with something different than just like the music, because people could just, they have easier access to that than like having to, buy the CD, buy a vinyl record or whatever. It's like having something else. Because I know Deadly Birds, you guys were doing like glasses, and you guys are selling like printed sunglasses, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I still have a box of them.
Oh, yeah, send them. I wear prescriptions, so
yeah. We did little sunnies, I guess. Hey, you got any sunnies, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just cheap plastic
They'll
sunglasses.
Go great with your new truck, dude.
Yeah. But it's just like, I don't know, fun thing to do, and some people do like
bottle openers.
Yeah, bottle openers is a big one.
Yeah.
Or like book of matches.
Yeah.
Coasters, right? Oh, those are the CDs.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
Got him.
I mean, there's always stickers.
Stickers is the best way.
Stickers
I love the shit out of stickers.
That's the last frontier. I mean, the last bastion. What was the term there? The I don't know. There can be only one.
Yeah.
The stickers are the Highlander because they killed everything else.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, vinyl has a resurgence. Vinyl has a major resurgence. People are going crazy for vinyl.
Yeah.
But not me.
I mean, yeah. When you say people, you mean like 4 people out of 100.
I had thousands of records at one point, and it's just too much to store.
Yeah.
And I would move, and it's just so much.
Worry about like silverfish eating the paper.
That's true.
It's like,
yeah.
Come on. Digital, bro. Digital.
I mean, they sound good, but
yeah, there's also like a culture behind that too. Of like, I'm like, oh, vinyl record
sounds so good, man.
Like I'm gonna put this on.
Preamp I got, man, with this fucking.
I'm gonna put this on
bro.
and listen to this. I'm like, that's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's very active listening.
Yes,
you can't fall asleep to it.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Hear those crackles and those pops, bro?
Yeah.
Pour myself some fucking cereal right now.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, no, I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of meat on that one. I was just like, it's kind of like, you put it in perspective, like, oh, damn, I want to buy more music, but I'm like, I guess I'll just, stream it on Spotify. You can get a fraction of a penny for my listen.
That's the downside.
But going to the show, I think, is the biggest part about supporting an artist, or even just buying their merch if they have it. So, but anyway,
yeah, it just disappeared out of nowhere.
It's like really quick.
We blinked and everything's digital now. And it's kind of an old hat topic even already. It's like beating a dead horse. CDs, whoa, what's that?
Yeah.
So
whoa,
but even like the resurgence of
you're scaring me, Johnny.
I'm getting
sound like a cartoon character.
Punch drunk.
Yeah, you're doing the you're doing the music,
radio.
Playing the music.
Are you playing the CDs there? Yeah.
All right, let's get on out of here. Johnny, thanks for you stopping by.
It's nice to see people in person.
Yeah, people are familiar with you, but
yeah, it's all a hologram.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, anything you want people to check out?
Yeah, no. Yeah, actually, so that project that I am doing with Mike Camus of Earthing Studios, Earthing Records. What are we? Difficult Personalities. There you go. Yeah, it's so far removed at this point, but we dropped a single.
What am I even saying right now?
We put out a single at the beginning of May, I think, called Home Again.
You're like looking.
Hey, can you guys tell me what the title is? It's
what's his name?
It's one of my favorites that we've done.
That's great.
I've done, and check that out. See if we can shop that around to anything. It'd be nice to put it into, license that thing out. I like it. I'm proud of it.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. I mostly did production on it. I mean, I did some reverse bass weirdness in it, but for the most part, I stood there and said, "Make this louder." Hey, what? This sounds better like this.
Yeah,
producer.
I'm the producer. Executive.
Yeah.
I'm executive producer.
Yeah, it's silly. But yeah, Home Again from Difficult Personalities. Check that out. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know everywhere that it is. It's a couple places.
Not on CD. Yeah,
you can't get it on.
Not on CD, cassette, vinyl, none of that.
8-track.
We're gonna put it on 8-track.
Yeah, exclusively.
Nice.
We're gonna sell the player with it.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook group. Just search the Tone Jerks and you will find it. I think we should try and get a URL. I don't know how it goes into that.
Dude, I don't know.
I don't think don't look
only
at
certain
me.
people can get those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Certain people with $7 in their pocket.
And then we're on Instagram at the Tone Jerks. I did a really shitty job of posting this week, but I normally post every day. We got cool stuff on there, so check out Tone Jerks on Instagram. And if you really like the show, you can help support it on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. Just for the support, we're going to give you guys a sizable acknowledgement, a huge shout out.
A shouty right here.
Giving you some shouties. Kyle, you got a list and give it to me. Babe.
All right, I got
Babe. Give it to me, babe.
All right, I got Andrew Walsh, Adam Rohr from the Let Him Hear podcast.
Yeah,
Did it sound like I was going to cry?
Just a little flutter for your bay.
Oh my God. Adam Rohr from the Let Him Hear podcast. You can cut that in, so it's like straight up.
Nice and clean. Yeah.
Doug King, Doug Gann, Doug Christ, the brothers, right?
Yeah.
I have Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Aaron Taylor, Nicholas Ogburn, Nicholas Payson, Colin Smith, Jason Fuzzmonger, Joe from Like My Pedals, Will and Ars. I can't read. I don't know why I can't read. Let me start that over. Joe from Like My Pedals, Will and RJ. See? It's like it never even happened.
As soon as you get past Like My Pedals.
Fuck, we made it. From the Just Surprisingly podcast, those three guys. Ramyorn, Jamie Davis, Jim Bowers, Johnny Ray.
Yeah, that's me.
That fuckhead. Steve Mike. Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum. Kevin E. Quits from E. Quits Guitars. Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers podcast. Brett Alexander. Alvaro Viramontes. Brian from Nutter Guitars. Leon from Pelican Noiseworks. Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago. Sean Fahey. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig.
Say loud, say proud.
I like that dude.
Zach Hale. Eric Merrill from YouTube.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
All right. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.